I don't know how close and personal this is going to get. I'm just about to make some breakfast. I make turkey bacon. I just throw it on the oven. Or in the oven, not on the oven. Okay, I threw it on the oven, so we're good. I'm not a liar. I just use it like any sort of baking sheet, whatever. I just throw a little bit of tinfoil on there. People use wax paper too. I don't know what's more environmentally friendly, probably neither. But then again, if you don't use either and then you're sitting there scrubbing a pan that's messed up from grease and whatever, meat product, how much water are you using, and is that environmentally friendly? So, it's hard to say. Maybe someone knows, maybe someone wants to do the math. I don't. I care about, the world and all, but 'tis the world we live. Sometimes I just use a pizza pan. I don't use a whole lot, I just use enough to be able to set out 4 pieces of bacon. Although I shouldn't be having 4, I think I'll just have 3 today. Normally, the reason I say 4 is because I was making wraps. I was making bacon and egg wraps. And I was putting 2 in each one, but I was having 1 wrap in the morning right after the gym. I was having another one, a couple hours later. Even though I'm trying to get away from consistently eating through the day. So here's a little fun fact. I have noticed, for me anyways, a lot of people talk about this, eat multiple meals 5 times a day or to 7, right? And it speeds up your metabolism. Well, I was a firm believer of that for a long time until I realized that it doesn't speed up the metabolism enough. So, these people that advocate it, first of all, might already have fast metabolisms to begin with. That's a big thing I find with fitness, is you get a lot of these guys who are just naturally fit, or they're smaller people, right? So I'm a bigger person. So right now, on the scales at the gym, it says I'm 270 pounds. And I range between there and 280. I usually sit around 275. You look at these other guys, and they're 150 to 180 pounds. And they're 6'1", average height, maybe a little taller. And so and even if they're shorter and they're a little bit lighter, like 170, they're thin guys to begin with. It doesn't take that much effort for them to burn their body fat because they just have faster metabolisms and they don't have the body types. I'm not saying that they don't work at all. We all have that one friend who's a skinny little dude who eats whatever the fuck he wants, and he's still thin and he's got an outline of a 6-pack. That's definitely not me, and I'm sure there's lots of other people like me out there that have a little bit bigger of a body type, and we put on muscle, muscle as well, but we gang and put on fat, and it's harder to lose it because we have more. Point that I'm making is that just be careful of who you're watching. Make sure to take note as to why they've, have acquired what they did. I try not to stray too much from the people that I've always liked. Couple of my favorite ones being like Scott Herman. Even though he's a thinner guy, he works hard. So even if he's thin to begin with, it doesn't really matter because he's a hard worker. So even if he was a bigger dude, I think he would still be a thin guy or muscular and thin and low body fat because he eats well and he takes care of himself and he exercises vigorously and intelligently. And that's one thing that I really want to stress in my videos is exercising intelligently. Anybody can go to the gym, just go in and do all these random things, doesn't matter what their set ranges are. A lot of people too that say people that are a little bit more of a tense of a person, right? So they are a go-getter. They go in with no plan and no idea what they're doing, and they just do a whole bunch of sets until failure. Well, it's been proven that going until failure over and over and over again is not good for you. Make sure that you don't go full bore. Don't go find the Arnold Schwarzenegger size mass building program and then go and do his program because unless you're an expert or unless you're an advanced weightlifter, you're going to hurt yourself, or you're just going to shock your whole sympathetic nervous system. And I might have that wrong, it might be parasympathetic, but whatever. Your nervous system, you're going to shock it, and you're going to lose strength, and you're going to be screwing yourself in the long run. And so make sure that you are training intelligently. There's nothing I can stress more than that. Ooh. Puff, puff, pass. You know, obviously there's not very many people watching the vlogs right now, and I'm not sharing anything yet. I kind of want to get a good month down. I want to get a good month of videos in, and because once I get into another month, I'm going to be coming up in about 20 days, and every 60 days I'm going to be doing a progress video. And it's so interesting, self-reflection, because some people look in the mirror and see the best, perfect person, and they're super high on themselves, and they're combing their hair in the mirror. They sincerely believe that they are God's gift to humanity. Some people look in the mirror and they see somebody fatter, weaker, like slouched, and they have a bad and a negative view on themselves. And I feel that the more that you practice a routine of looking at the mirror and seeing a person, that's who you become. It's visualization, and the more that we visualize something, the more it comes to be. And I firmly believe that, not in some magic hocus pocus, The Secret way of, this power of now stuff. Although I believe that to an extent, it's the same concept, but I don't believe that there's magic to it. I just believe that it's a simple brain to body matter. And because if you think about it, everything that we do in our life and the actions that we make, and everywhere you go, you think about it. You put the actual process in your brain, and you imagine, and you say, this is what we're going to do, and your brain sends a picture and sends images and sends those neuro messages to your muscles, and that's what you do. And so over time, if you have messages being sent to your entire body that that's what you look like, over time I firmly believe that that's what will happen. It's only a matter of time. It's kind of weird talking to oneself. Obviously I'm not talking to myself, obviously I'm talking to a video and a YouTube channel which has 3 subscribers, which is me and pretty much my family. My spouse and her sister, I think. I don't really know. I don't know if even if her sister is subscribed to me. So she's going to be my hater, and she hasn't showed up yet, but maybe she hasn't seen anything worth hating yet. She's like, you just suck on your own. I don't even need to show up. Anyways, so to the point at hand, and that is self-reflection. Some people see a better person. Some people see a worse person. Some people might be super realistic and just be like, and see everything for what it is. I like to believe that that's what I see, but I know it's not. I know sometimes I look in the mirror, sometimes I see a really good looking person, sometimes I see someone that's really fat, and that could be water retention, but that could also just be my state of mind. And it's really important, and I've really been practicing seeing a healthy, happy person in the mirror. I've been staring at the man in the mirror. Yeah, I shouldn't be singing in these things, that's just terrible. Is that copyright? Hard to say. I was looking at some songs because obviously I'm looking at enhancing the videos. As some of you might have noticed yesterday, I've added an intro, and I want to add better and better intros. I want to make my own intros. Obviously I'm not there yet. For those wondering how I did that, it was just a website. I cannot remember what it was, to be honest. And it's cool. It's a bunch of free ones, and you just enter your own text, and it just does it for you. So there we go. Boom. Yeah. I just dropped my hidden secret of my video editing master skills. There's nothing. I just Googled it. Hey, how do I make an intro? And it's like, this is what you do. And I did it. I'm like, yes. I'm making step forwards in my blogging. Vlogging. I don't know why I keep calling it blogging. I'm not a blogger, I'm a vlogger. I wonder if people actually get offended at that. They're like a professional vlogger, and people are like, oh hey, I watch your blogs. It's like, it's a vlog. Vlog. Not a blog. I'm not a teenage girl at home writing little essays on what her high school people are doing. I'm a grown-ass man talking about shit. Learn the difference. The reflection in the mirror has a lot to say about where you hold yourself. loving yourself, before you can love anybody else, before you can love friends, love family, love, whatever, the government, you gotta love yourself. You gotta learn to love and accept who you are, your positives, your negatives, and face them. Just focus on that from, take a lesson of today to look at that person in the mirror and acknowledge what you think. Acknowledge what you're feeling and how you view yourself. And realize that that is a path that you're taking in life, because where we visualize and envision ourselves is where we'll ultimately be and stay. So if you just see yourself being stuck and you're looking at yourself and I'm fat, my diet's bad, and my stomach, and that's because you're visualizing it, so you're caught in a negative circle. You need to start looking at yourself and saying, I love myself. Wow. You know what I mean? And yeah, people might come and be like, what a vain douchebag. But that's not the case. It's learning about healing yourself. And you need to let go of all these things, like I've said before, what other people think. That has nothing to do with it. The most important, number one goal is you. The strongest version of yourself, and becoming better and stronger and healthier every day. Every single day. Work at it. Chip, like those old rock masons. Chip slowly on the rocks until and it takes a long time. You got to do it one swing at a time. Sometimes you only get one swing in a day, but just keep at it. Keep making that beautiful statue of who you are supposed to be. It made magic happen. And so just remember that. Remember that you control who you are and where you're going, and nobody else is going to come over and start helping you chip away at your masonry. Nobody. It's all about you. You're the only person. So man up. Put your foot down, decide who you're going to be, and do it now. See you guys tomorrow. Check you then.